with some Twins-related statements here.
Oh, good.
On the show. Let me ask you guys this before we get into this, what's probably going to be a Twins eulogy of statements here. They're now, 4.5 back in the division after getting swept by the Guardians, who have basically done nothing in the offseason or at the deadline to improve their team. They're just coasting along in a bad division.
They traded Sandy Leon to the Twins. That was their deadline move.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally just existing in this division, and nobody wants to pass them, including the Twins. So before we get to our Twin statements, last year it was around the trade deadline, and the Twins were so buried and uninteresting, and you had the NHL and NBA seasons were stretched out longer and offseason than the Vikings. We literally went from the trade deadline. I think we talked Twins once in October when Buxton signed an extension in November. Mm-hmm. I think we talked Twins twice between August 1st and when they signed Carlos Correa. We're talking Twins here. We will definitely talk Twins right now, today. When will we talk Twins next?
After today? Probably if there's a change after the offseason. Yeah, I'm ready to bury him. I'm done with them. I'm absolutely done with them. I have no interest. My buddy and I have this text thread that we go back and forth. We say Twins are back. No, they're not. We do. It's a flip flop. If they're hot, Twins are back. Yeah. The Twins are dead. It's been a flip flop for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I'm done with them, dude. I don't care if they're cremated. I don't care if we're putting them 6 feet in the ground. I want to purge myself of the 2022 Twins. The Vikings are here. NHL training camp starts soon. NBA is around the corner. I'm done with the Twins. Can't stand them.
A year ago, I was, because that team was so bad, apathetic towards them. Now, I've got some passion at how mad I've become at what a stupid, numbskull baseball team this has become.
Great word.
And so I actually think, while I do not think that there will be changes, I actually think it might make sense right after the season to talk about what changes, including potentially front office and managerial, they should make. This is one of the stupidest baseball teams of all time. And the problem is, I feel like people now are catching on a little bit. It's a disappointment, huh? But the excuses offered up by so many in this town to me really pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily done venting, but yeah, let's start now. Phil, you come off the top rope.
Oh, really?
Just come off the top rope. Yeah, just come. You're the biggest Twins guy here. Come off the damn top rope and put an elbow right into their skull.
Happily. All right, here's my first statement. So a lot of people, this franchise has become very stale, just underachieving the last couple of years, and then I'll get into some of the things you're going to hear. But my first statement is, buckle up, Twins fans, because if you're hoping for big change, just know that the owner, Jim Pohlad, is probably elated with the results this season. Considering after last year, when the Twins finished last place in the division, he came out and told the Pioneer Press, Charlie Walters, that he thinks this front office is doing an A-plus job. So if they were an A-plus last year and they've improved, they might flirt with 500 this year. So if you go from last place to flirting with 500, they are a lock to move up at least 2 spots in the division. Imagine the bonuses that these front office members are going to get from the zombie owner that is Jim Pohlad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a good point.
I don't know if he thought they were an A-plus last year, then they must be A++ this year. So buckle up, Twins fans.
That's a good point.
More of the same going forward is my guess here. That's my first statement.
Season ticket holder.
Okay, I'll go. Mine would be, please stop. I'll do a Chancey and Fargo. Can we stop? Can we stop trying to project what an injured Twins lineup would look like if they were all healthy right now? If I see one more person suggest, hey, if you put this 9 lineup of all these injured players and plugged in maybe this rotational person or this bullpen person, they'd be running away with the AL Central. This team, as constructed, as the lineup they pulled out all weekend, all their pitching rotation and bullpen members that they have at their disposal right now can win this division. And they're not. They're not the players that they're missing is not the missing link from this. Are you kidding me? They're shooting themselves in the foot the last week. They're gonna blow their chance to win a division that they were in first place in for 75% of the season. But we're worried that Alex Kirilloff's wrist was the reason we're not 10 games over right now. That Jorge Alcala, because he can't pitch the 6th inning, we're not 10 games over 500. Are you kidding me?
Well, no, somebody needs to pitch the 6th inning. The starters
someone does. But my God, just stop projecting that an injured lineup of players that are not available for you are the reason you are not running away with this division. It's crap.
Yep.
Well, a lot of people feel that way.
In
fact, sorry, I'm jumping in line here, I guess. But
yeah, your tweet perfectly summarized how ridiculous it is to be like, well, it's all injury. No, but I mean, nobody else. I want to see more of this.
It was a great tweet. I mean,
it was a really good tweet.
Sorry. So I do have this as a statement too. Get ready for the Twins excuse police to cite bad luck and injuries as the main reasons why the Twins will miss the playoffs. Never mind the fact that most of the current contributors that just got swept and got smoked by Yankees and by the White Sox, most of the current contributors on the Twins active roster were part of the plan all along. AL batting champ, well, second right now because he's fallen off, but like Luis Ariz having a career season, part of the plan.
Right.
Your $35 million shortstop was part of the plan.
Yep.
Jose Miranda, one of your best rookie hitters, actually wasn't really part of the plan, but became part of the plan. A bonus.
And it's better than Sano.
Right.
And he's better than Miguel Sano.
Yep. You have a 29-year-old Max Kepler in the middle of his prime under a long-term contract that was not only part of the plan, but like a huge part of the plan, part of the nucleus, right?
Yep.
You had a third baseman that you willingly traded for in Gio Urshela. It's been fine. A catcher DH that you willingly traded for in Gary Sanchez. Again, you planned this. These guys were supposed to be in your lineup. A former number 5 overall pick in Nick Gordon that you actually probably planned for a couple of years ago, but he's just like, he's had some health issues. And now he's here. On the pitching side, again, the guys that you planned to be in your rotation have made up 80% of the starts this year, which is pretty damn good. If I would have told you, hey, Buxton's going to play almost 100 games, and your starting pitching staff that you planned for is going to make 80% of the starts, you'd say, oh, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, that's the plan, right? Sonny Gray, Joe Ryan, Dylan Bundy, Chris Archer, and then a combination of Bailey Ober, Chris Paddock, and Tyler Mahle have made 80% of the starts this year. And then the injuries to Paddock and Mahle were 100% self-inflicted because you traded for guys that a quick Google search would show you had known arm injuries in the weeks leading up. So,
correct.
Again, most of these guys are part of the plan. And so, yeah, Buxton got hurt again. Polanco recently went on Polanco's played 80% of the games this year. It's not like he's been out all year. And I'll give you Kirilloff and Larnach. Those guys were supposed to be contributors. But like Dex said, were they swaying this thing by...
No.
I mean, Kirilloff hasn't proven really anything in the major leagues yet. It's all potential to this point.
And we have made it very clear from day one that they need to go out and have, if they don't think that the Buxton replacement is sufficient, that's their fault by this point. Yeah. You need to go get a guy that can play left field, move to center, and is a big league talent. And if you don't think that Celestino is, that's your fault again.
I think my main point here is not to totally dismiss injuries. Injuries have been a reason why the Twins have not won as many games. I'll give you that. But two things. Number one, a lot of teams deal with bad injuries. Ask Cleveland the last several years. I mean, the Dodgers losing pitchers left and right. So there's a lot of teams that deal with injuries. The Twins aren't the only team that's lost a couple starting players due to injuries.
Yep.
And I would say the second part to this is people are making out bad luck and injuries to be like 80% of the reason why. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of underlying things, bad decisions, questionable moves in trades and free agency over the years that have led them to this point. Players in their prime dropping off a cliff like Sano and Kepler. Just the overall pitching strategy of, all right, we're gonna be brutally diligent about pulling pitchers, at 75 pitches and before the 5th inning or 6th inning. Okay, well then what? Okay, but you need a lot of bullpen innings now to make up for that, and you don't have the horses in your bullpen until the trade deadline. So it's like there's a lot of things that have nothing to do with injuries that make up the reason why they're under 500. Anyways, all right. Judd.
You are despicable. The Twins are a despicable collection. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have compared them previously to the Wild teams that I ended up hating with a passion because they were despicable. And they basically, it came to fruition in the Cleveland series in games 1 and 2. I believe you went down 7-rip and 6-rip. And what did we get late in the game? A furious rally. Oh, the Minnesota Twins have the tying run on base. It's incredible. Sound familiar? Losers. Losers who try and come back when it's too late to say, well, look, you see what we did? You see, you are a despicable collection put together by people that don't necessarily get the game. But the worst part is, if they do, you guys can't play it. You're stupid on the bases. You make stupid mistakes. And you rally when it doesn't matter. You know what? If you're going to be in a huge series, if you are going to go down by 7 runs, and then I think 6 runs, just be dead. Just that's it. It's over, okay? It's over. Not this, oh, but you got to see how we pulled within 1, Coming up next, the Twins highlights, they nearly rally. Screw you, screw that. It is despicable. You are absolutely despicable. Coming up next on Ballard Sports North, we're going to go inside Ryan Jeffers' home and find out how he loves kids. Anyway, I am sick and tired of teams in this town putting on late rallies and then raising their hand and being like, you see what we did? It's a despicable.
I enjoy the fight. I think that it shows character.
It shows zero character. You know what it shows? It shows when all hope is lost that, we just pulled our head out of our you-know-what and decided to show up. These guys make me sick. They make me as sick as the Wild did, and I'm sick of them. Go away. Be done. Get your act together, and I'll see you in the spring.
Oh, amazing. I'm going to jump in here. Here's what I would do. I don't think he's been hired yet since he got let go. I would kick the tires on John Daniels. The old Rangers, he was the youngest general manager ever hired like 16 years ago. And it's the Rangers have fallen off in the last 3 or 4 years, which is why he got let go. But he knows what he's doing. He has built a pennant-winning team twice over. And I think the Twins have just... it's been 6 years. The pitching development isn't what you thought you were getting with Falvey.
Correct.
I mean, maybe you can even keep. Here's what I would do. I think Falvey serves a good. Falvey was clearly valuable in Cleveland. I don't know if he would accept this, but if I had a chance to bring John Daniels in above everyone else, all right, John Daniels is running everything now. Derek, Thad, you guys are. Hey, we like you. You guys are welcome to stick around, but you're going to be working for John Daniels now. I mean, I don't know if they'd want to stick around for that, but when a guy like that is available, you should talk to him. I don't know that Jim Pohlad knows he's available yet because I don't know that Jim Pohlad follows anything that's happening with this team very closely. I'm sure he gets emails and stuff. Oh, we'll see. But I would make that phone call if I were the Twins. Anything else from you guys?
No, I mean, I have 3 games left in my package, and they've luckily, because I'm such a valued season ticket holder and I've had to watch this, they're double my discount on food and beer for the rest of the games.
What? So it's free now?
So it's like 30% off, which that's a significant upgrade for me here. So
awesome.
So I will be drinking the discounted beer at like more of a halfway decent price. That is what I'll be doing this weekend and week.
You know, I think there's so much competition for your sports money in the Twin Cities right now. The Vikings look like a blast. Obviously, the Timberwolves just made a bunch of aggressive moves and they're prime. You know, the Wild have one of the most exciting young players in Kaprizov. There's always Minnesota United, the Gopher football team. There's all kinds of stuff, right? Gopher volleyball's ranked like there's a lot of places to put your Minnesota United, your sports money. I would just say, Twins fans, don't feel guilty. The Twins owe you a lot more than you owe them at this point.
I'm right.
So you shouldn't be made to feel guilty about getting bored with the Twins. It's been almost 20 years since they've won a playoff game.
By the way, it's okay to be upset and go through these lumps and go through this if they pop back up and it's kind of like what people are doing with us with the Vikings right now. Oh no, you were hating on them. So now we're not allowed to celebrate their success when they actually figure out their warts and they actually maximize all the things around them. Now it's forbidden. It is forbidden to do that. No. No, it's not.
Dude, I got a lot of that last night. You're not welcome on the Vikings bandwagon now after all you said about them. You mean after I criticized a team that underperformed for 2 years and had a coach that needed to be straightened out or let go? So if you provide justified, warranted critiques of the team that you're passionate about, that you're no longer allowed unless you are fully bought in, full positivity, never question anything. I despise that attitude.
We set the agenda. We don't follow it. Our expectations need to be met for us to jump on board.
The Twins are not meeting those expectations.
No, they're
which are
not.
very
And they
meager.
deserve what they get. And there might
win a
need to
playoff
be
game.
change. Vikings should have made changes when we started to call for them. Be a far better thing if they had.
They did, though. They made changes.
I think they did eventually.
A shout out to our friends over at Meadows at Mystic, too. Fall golf season is rapidly approaching.
You know, people think because, the September hits and you get after Labor Day that golf season is also over, right? Maybe you get the dock out of the water at the cabin and like, I'll have to put away my golf gloves. No. Fall golf is the elite time to golf, and you should be doing that at the Meadows at Mystic Lake, where you can book your tee time, golfthemeadows.com to learn more. It's an award-winning 18-hole public golf course. Just conveniently located about 30-minute drive south of the Twin Cities. Go check them out. Book your tee time now. Enjoy some fall golf. Enjoy maybe even some late summer golf here because we're still a little bit high in temperatures. But book your tee time now at the Meadows at Mystic Lake.
And thanks to Federated for jumping in for yet another season, football season here. Federated's been around for over 100 years. Based in Owatonna, Minnesota. They've been supporting Mackey and Judd and Score North and Purple Daily for a handful of years. And they've been supporting businesses for much longer than that. Find out how your business can be maximized, taken to the next level through risk management tools and resources, thanks to Federated Mutual Insurance Company. FederatedInsurance.com, where it's our business to protect yours. We set the agenda. Unless it's Patrick Royce, then he sets the agenda because it's 5 minutes overdue for us to record Royce Unchained, and he's banging on the door. Let's go. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, Mackey and Judd.
All right.